Do a video on the installation of a Scorpion alarm on a 2022 Ducati hypermotard. It's one of the best alarms you can put on this bike, and with the factory Ducati plug, it plugs right in. There's no wiring to do or anything. The only problem is you got to go under the tank, so the tank has to come off to put this alarm in, but once it's in, it's good to go, and it's all you really need. And if you know anything about the Scorpion alarms, the remote on them rings when the alarm goes off if you're within a certain range. And I've tested it. It works to about a quarter mile or so. Works really well. So I'll show you how to get under the tank and all that too. So first you start with taking the seat off. Of course I have to go through the bag because I have the custom mount. Start with your panels. Now you're down to the fuel tank. What you do next is you got to remove your hoses. Just let those hang free. The other one slides right off. You have your sides that come off. That's just this bolt on the side right here. Comes right out. And there's one bolt underneath, right above the exhaust, that has to come out. It's pretty easy to get to. And she comes right out. So this is what the Scorpio alarm consists of. But the most important thing to get if you're going to be mounting this on a Ducati is the Ducati connector, because you don't have to wire anything if you do that. You just plug this right into the factory plug on the bike and you're good to go. But you got your little control box, antenna, the remote control, you got your instructions, and some mounting Velcro so that you could set it on the bike. So the Ducati alarm plug simply plugs right into this factory connection right here. And that's it. Then you take your alarm box, remove your ECU, and I've set up Velcro on the top of the air cleaner where this will mount. And it'll sit right under the ECU, and you take your antenna and run this down the right side of the bike, and that's pretty much how it mounts. And then you just plug this in and you're good to go. And the alarm box sits right under the ECU like it was meant to be there. So on this side is where I mounted the antennas. Both antennas come out. This one will go up underneath the cover of the gas tank and the side panel. And your alarm box is sitting right there under the ECU. It's all ready to plug in and activate the alarm. So now that we got the alarm all connected, all we have to do is plug this in. Give it a second, and then you hit your bottom button on your remote. And it's unlocked. There we go. Now your remote's connected to the alarm. You're all set. And that disarms it. Top button arms it. All with just one little connection. So now to finish it up, you just take some zip ties, make sure everything's hanging on. I'm zip tying it straight to my phone cord since it's already zip tied. Keeps everything still. Your antenna cord on the other side. And that's it. The alarm is installed. And just got to put everything back together. So now when you go to set the tank back on, you want to take the electrical for the fuel pump. Just kind of put it under this battery holder so it doesn't get in the way. And your fuel line's the really important one. You don't want to kink this or smash it. Otherwise, it's going to be a bad day. This is, I don't know how strong this plastic is, but it's one of the more disturbing things about Ducati. This fuel line really bothers me. I'd like to swap the whole thing out for more of a braided, flexible line or something, because I got a feeling someday this will break. Okay, so putting the tank in, I tell you, I suggest making sure it's pretty close to empty, because it's pretty heavy if it isn't. Got to get the bottom in first, or the back of the tank. There we go. Get your hose lined up. And that just pops right in. You got your cable for your pump. Make sure you get your hoses in there right. And that's it. Get your electrical reconnected. that's pretty much it for getting the tank back in. Now for the small wire antenna, I just take it and tape it to the side of the gas tank. This is after you get everything all bolted up. And you take your side panel and slip it back on, and your wire just hangs right out there, gets plenty of signal, and it looks just fine. So now it's just a matter of bolting everything back up, same as it is, same as when it came off, and you got yourself an alarm. Best thing is it alerts to the key fob, so that if you're hanging out inside your friend's house, you're going to know if somebody messes with your bike. They also have perimeter sensor and ignition disable available for it. If you want to put that on, you can push both buttons on the remote and it'll just kill the bike instantly. If somebody tries to jack you or something, or if they're trying to take the bike or you hear them start it, you can just kill it and they won't be able to get anywhere with it.